Hello and welcome to Lake, a news show about Bellevue. I'm Robin Hasseth. For our June show, we'll share stories about a thankful couple reunited with their lost dog, a doggone good reading program, ways to navigate around construction sites in our booming downtown, and a new way to have fun at the golf course. But first, let's take a look at some other stories in the news. In May, Bellevue City Hall hosted an art exhibit in honor of Asian Pacific Heritage Month. The display only ran a short time, so we wanted to share it with you here. Take a look.
This is a display of art and design works celebrating Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. About 35% of Bellevue's population falls under the category they self-report as Asian or Pacific Islander. We received a suggestion from a community leader named Jerry Lee that it would be a great idea if we had a little art display in City Hall to recognize the month. And so he and I went around to some galleries, and the gallery owners were very happy to lend us artwork. He had other connections, such as the designer Luli Yang, who generously let us borrow 3 of their dresses. So we went to Patricia Rovzer Gallery, and she is loaning us some paintings by Zizi Wei, which are beautiful. We went to Woodside Braithwaite Gallery, who loaned us not only a sculpture by Gerard Tsutakawa, but also a sculpture by his father, George Tsutakawa. We have work from Cheryl Leo Gwynn, who's an East Side artist, as well as Aki Sogabe. Art Exchange, based in Seattle, helped us out with some work from Korean-American artist William Song and another artist, Humaira Abid. So and then Boyd Sujiki is also a well-known glass artist throughout the region. We're really happy to be able to show his works as well. And so as a result, we not only have artworks, but we also have these beautiful design works, and we also have the story of Boeing's first engineer, Wang Su, who was from China.
In May, City Council members unanimously approved a Shoreline Master Program update. The Council, Planning Commission, Shoreline property owners, environmental advocacy groups, and city staff wrestled with the state-required update for more than 6 years. The Shoreline Master Program regulates the development and use of the city's shorelines.
I think that there have been some really honest attempts here to meet all of the different interests that lie behind the legislation that we're working on here, which are, of course, protecting our lakes and shoreline habitat, while also, as Professor Settle pointed out to us, you know, that the use of residences around lake shores are, you know, of primary importance, and so we need to balance those two things. Whether we struck the balance or not, I mean, we will leave to history to decide. We tried. We certainly did try.
Next, the updated plan will be submitted to the State Department of Ecology for review. As we head into the July 4th holiday season, safety is a top concern. Here's Lieutenant Richard Burke with the Fire Department and former police officer Carla Iafrate with some important reminders.
Hi, I'm Officer Carla Iafrate with the Bellevue Police Department.
And I'm Lieutenant Richard Burke with the Bellevue Fire Department.
We'd like to talk to you today about the upcoming 4th of July celebration and some ideas to keep you, family, and friends safe and how to be a good neighbor. Our goal is to make this a fun day for friends and family.
We are fortunate to have several free public fireworks displays on the 4th in and around Bellevue. The largest of them, and the one that I'll be emceeing, is at the Bellevue Downtown Park. We recommend carpooling and arriving early. Other fireworks displays are planned around the Greater East Side.
Every year we see injuries and house fires from illegal fireworks. Burns and injuries, especially to children, can be devastating. In addition, be mindful that pets can also be traumatized. Bellevue has a fireworks ordinance that prohibits the sale and use of any fireworks except for permitted displays issued to licensed pyrotechnicians. In recent years, complaints about the use of illegal fireworks have been on the rise. Bellevue Police and Fire Departments work within their neighborhoods in an effort to keep you and your families and neighbors safe.
In the days and weeks leading up to the 4th of July, speak with your friends and your neighbors about the available shows in your area. These are great, free alternatives to uncontrolled fireworks displays. They keep your family, friends, and pets safe while maintaining peace in your neighborhoods.
Our basic message is to have everyone be safe and enjoy a family day while being a good neighbor.
On behalf of the Bellevue Fire Department and the Bellevue Police Department, have a safe 4th of July celebration. For more information, check out our website at www.bellevuewa.gov.
Licensing your pet is important. That's the message one Bellevue couple had to share after they were reunited with their dog Libby, thanks to the Regional Animal Control Services of King County.
We lost Libby while we were on vacation in California. The dog had a King County license. When King County Animal Control examined the dog, they were able to identify that it was our dog, connected with our telephone number, and got in touch with us.
Maybe we wouldn't have her today if she didn't have her license. But she had her license, so we have her. If you want to love them and take care of them, and you don't want to miss them, and don't want them to get lost, and you want someone to find them through the license, then get them licensed.
Well, I'd say several things. One, as a citizen, you have to be responsible if you're going to own the animal, and that responsibility includes licensing. Something to share with people is the process that we all go through to get a pet license, which involves a visit to the veterinarian for the animal's health and vaccinations. And then secondly, in the city of Bellevue, going to City Hall is a real pleasure. There's easy parking at City Hall. You enter on the main floor, and the first thing you come to is the welcome desk where the licenses are issued. And the staff there is very friendly, very efficient, very helpful.
Information about obtaining a pet license at City Hall and other locations is available on the City of Bellevue website. Not only are dogs important companions, they can help children gain confidence with reading. See how in our next story about a program called Reading with Rover.
Reading with Rover started as a literacy program for children, where children read to dogs. And it has blossomed from just doing that, where kids read to dogs. We also participate and go to hospitals, nursing homes, but the big focus is the literacy for children, where kids read to dogs, whether it's out of need based on autism or just to build their confidence. Whatever the need is, the focus is the child reading to the dog. Well, Charlie and I are a team, and tonight kids will come in for an hour, and Charlie and I and the other teams will sit down on the ground, and the kids will come around. They'll bring a book, and we provide the books if they don't bring their own. And they sit down and we say, "This is Charlie, what's your name?" And then we say, "What are you going to read to Charlie tonight?" And then they just start reading. And the whole point is that we don't interrupt them, we don't correct them, and that's the role of the dog. They are a willing listener, they don't judge the children. So when the parents bring their children to Reading with Rover, they check them in. We're required, a parent has to come and bring their child. The child can't show up by themselves. They check them in, they sign them in, leave their cell phone, then they're technically not supposed to leave. They need to be in the building, or we have an area over here where the parents sit along the wall. And that is a really important part of our program, that the parent is present, but they're not with their child or reading to their child or helping their child read.
Her team is so...
When we came here first time, my daughter was kind of very reading. She was very basic reading at that time, and the preschool teacher was saying that she's very shy to read loud. But my daughter loved dogs, so we found out here online, and then I brought her, and then slowly she started to reading a little bit louder and then louder, and then just 2 weeks she just took off like she can read pretty much everything. I can see the confidence.
The most rewarding is seeing the change in children, whether it's in one night when they're reading or over the length of a school year, to see progression in a child reading. The parent came up in my case here And she had a big smile on her face at the end of the evening, and she said, "Thank you so much." I said, "Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed it." And her son had a huge smile on his face. And she said, "I've never heard my son read out loud ever until tonight." And I said, "That's why we do what we do." The program is offered in Bellevue at Crossroads Community Center every second and fourth Tuesday from 6:30 to 7:30, and we are planning to continue this through the summer months as well. So in addition to the Crossroads location, our website is readingwithrover.org, and there's a tab that says Sniff Out Our Events, and it lists all the places where our teams are, where children can go and read to dogs.
The scarf, the snow, the stick, the hat, the kite.
Downtown Bellevue is in the midst of another development surge. Busy construction sites can pose a challenge for walkers and drivers. Here are some tips for getting around in the city center.
There's a lot of construction going on downtown, as anyone who's driven or walked there can see. There's a lot of development activity. We have several projects underway right now, and then city projects to support all of this. So there's a lot of development and construction taking place. So drivers need to be extra attentive. Of course, you should never be texting or talking on your phone while driving, but it's even more important through a construction zone. There are police officers at intersections directing traffic. There are flaggers letting people know the correct path to take. And the drivers need to be more cognizant of the fact that bicycles are sharing the travel lanes with them. And the bicyclists probably need to be a little more cautious of things like steel plates in the roadway, temporary patches on trenches for utilities, things that could be potential hazards. If you can't totally eliminate the construction activity from your walking route, what's really important is that you obey the signs that are posted. All of the construction projects are required to have pedestrian detour route signed or safe places for pedestrians to walk through the construction zone. Safety is the big thing when it comes to construction impacts. So some of the things we do with all this development activity and construction is anytime lanes are being closed or roads are being closed, we, with the help of our inspectors, are ensuring that the contractors are setting up proper temporary traffic control, the cones, the signs that you see out on the streets, the officers directing traffic. That's both for traffic circulation, but also really to maintain the safety of the public. The city's website has a lot of information. The transportation department also has road closures, heavy traffic impacts listed with live feeds letting people know what's happening right now. And you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter.
What do you get when you combine golf and soccer? Something called foot golf. It's new at the Crossroads Par 3 golf course, and as you'll see, it's a great way to enjoy some time on the course.
Foot golf is a brand new sport. It's a version of golf played with a soccer ball. There's no golf club to take out of your bag. There's no putters, drivers, wedges. You have a ball on the ground, and then you just put the ball down, you kick it, you go to the ball, you kick it again. The Crossroads Par 3 is a 9-hole golf course, so we have nine foot golf holes, and they parallel the golf course. It really is golf. I've played years and years of golf, competitive golf, and I'm playing the same thing in a different format, so that just makes it a lot of fun. And it's already been a bigger success than we thought it would be. I just stopped at the course earlier, and they've already had several requests for leagues from Microsoft and a couple others.
It has like both aspects of soccer and golf, so it's pretty fun.
This is my first experience playing foot golf, and I had a lot of fun. And it's just a lot more challenging than I thought it would be, especially playing on a golf terrain. But overall, I've had a blast.
In Bellevue, you can play at the Crossroads Golf Course. People sign up to play simply by calling the Crossroads Golf Course. We charge one rate, and that allows for unlimited play.
As we head into summer, here's a look at some upcoming events. On June 13th, starting at 9 a.m., it's the Lake to Lake Bike Ride. This non-competitive ride features 2 routes and is for ages 8 and up. The cost is $15 to $20. For more information, email bikeride@bellevuewa.gov or call 425-452-4882. On June 20th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, discover Bellevue's largest park and get lost in the wilderness at the ranger-guided Coal Creek Park Hike. All ages are welcome on this 5-mile trek, and the event is free. For more information, call 425-452-4195. On June 23rd, come to the new Touch a Truck event from 3 to 6:30 p.m. at Crossroads Shopping Center. Adults and children of all ages can see and touch a variety of large vehicles, including fire trucks, a police car, dump trucks, and more, all in one location. This free event is being held in conjunction with the Crossroads Farmers Market. For more information, call 425-452-7248. And June 27th and 28th, discover family fun at the Bellevue Strawberry Festival at Crossroads International Park. Join the Eastside Heritage Center and celebrate the region's agricultural history with shortcake eating contests, an auto show, and more. For additional information, call 425-452-1049 or visit bellevuestrawberryfestival.org. That's our June show. For more information about featured segments, you can visit us online at bellevuewa.gov. I'm Robin Hasseth. Thanks for watching this edition of Lake to Lake.